Right, you should be looking at example 5 of Common Core Lesson 7, and we're looking at comparing slopes and rates of change in example 5. Amar is making grilled chicken with rice and beans. The relationship between y, and if we look at our table below, we can see that the y is the protein in grams. And the x value is the number of servings. And that's true for the two different recipes. We have one in a table, and then we have one in an equation here. So we have the rice and beans versus the chicken. We want to use the equation to find the unit rate for the chicken. So we first want to find the unit rate. Now remember, that means our unit rate, we are finding slope. So we want to look at changing things into slope-intercept form. So we do want to take this equation and solve it for y. Now we want to take that y term, and I want it to be on the other side. So since it's a minus 3y, we want to add 3y to both sides. And that'll give us 3y is equal to 270x. Then we want to get that y by itself. So we want to divide by 3 on both sides. And that, of course, gives us y is equal to 90x. Now, if we want that in y equals mx plus b, there's no b, so that would be plus 0. So just kind of keeping that in mind. So our slope is 90. And if we look at our x and y values, or our y and then our x values, that is 90 grams of protein over one serving, or per serving. And then we would use the table to find the unit rate for the rice and beans. And when we have our table, just like if we would have a graph, we want to find our change in y and change in x. So we want to, in our table, choose two ordered pairs. So I'm just going to go with the first two. So that's 2, 42 and 3, 63. And then, of course, our change in y is 63 minus 42 over our change in x, 3 minus 2. And we do that subtraction, and we're going to get 21 over 1. And so our rate here is 21 grams of protein over one serving. And we're asked to compare those unit rates. So if we're looking at the chicken has a unit rate of 90 to 1, and that is of course going to be greater than the rice and beans, which is 21 to 1. And so there's more protein per serving in the chicken.